What's up, everybody? VPB Money Man here. You clicked on this video to see the top 5 investing mistakes on what people do that will cause them never to get ahead and to lose catastrophically. Okay, but before we get to that, give your boy a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, help spread the channel for the YouTube algorithm so we can get the truths out there instead of all this crap and all this made up entertainment that's not financial advice, but it's entertainment and people are not liable for it, but they tell it to you anyway. On this channel, I tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. But first, now, I'm not sponsored by this company because I'm not sponsored because I just don't have any sponsors. But this is a book that I read and it's a random walk down Wall Street. It was written long before I was born. So here's that book. Now, if people are willing to take classes from morons on YouTube, you got to be willing to educate yourself on the real. When people say do your own due diligence and do your own research, you can actually do that, and then you'll see that they have absolutely no clue of what they're talking about. Do the audiobook. You can do the audiobook while you're on the treadmill, while you're on the elliptical, while you're in your car. Take your time. You can listen to chapter after chapter. These classes that don't work they're selling are hundreds of dollars. The book is like $7 on Amazon or $10 on Amazon. They'll probably run a discount for it, $5. Go right to your Amazon account or your Google, whatever you have on your phone. Download the book. You ain't got to put no link of affiliated from me. There's no links. I don't have any links. Just get it for yourself and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, on to the top 5 investing mistakes. No order. This is what people do to destroy their money. No particular order. I'm just going to run through them. Number 1, numero uno, you take profits. Why are you taking profits? Do you have a medical emergency you need to pay for? Are you buying a house? Are you paying off school? Are you paying for school? That's the only time you should be taking profits. You don't take profits to buy cars. You don't take profits to go on vacations. You don't take profits to buy Starbucks and buy pizzas. You take profits, or here's another thing. You take profits in retirement because that's why you started the account. You shouldn't be taking profits just because the stock market goes up and people say, oh, you got to take profits. How are you ever going to enjoy that compound interest nectar of letting it work for you and letting your compound interest recruit more money and then it recruits more money? How are you ever going to do that if you keep taking profits and paying taxes on those profits? You're paying the highest taxes. You're getting taxed at ordinary income if you cash out before a year, and even after a year, 2, 3, you should let it just rock, let it roll, let it do what it's going to do. All right. Some people don't care about that because they don't work, so that they can cash out at any time because they don't have legitimate jobs because they retired off of selling you crap. Now, number 2, buying penny stocks, hype stocks, and meme stocks. Don't buy meme stocks, penny stocks, and hype stocks. By the time you bought them, people are long gone and those are the millionaires. See, by the time you hear about it, the millionaires already left. They were at the big parties in Wall Street, California, around the world. These companies got together with them, gave them huge discounts. They came in, bought millions of shares. The news pumped it to you because the news people and the news people who own these stations, they were there too. They got in on it, so they pumped it, and then they sold it. On the news, they hyped it to you. Reddit, Wall Street bet morons picked it up. YouTube influencers that want views pumped it to you. You bought it. They exited. They're rich and wealthy on their yachts, drinking champagne. And now you're sitting here with BBBY, AMC, Blade Mobility, and all these dumb companies mulling. And you didn't do your research on them. That's why I said, read that book. Here's that book again. Do your own research. And it talks about this herd mentality. And they're long gone. So don't do that. You'll destroy your financial future. Buying ADRs and REITs. ADRs, first we're going to talk about ADRs. ADRs are like international companies like BP, Baidu, Shell. Why would you buy those companies, okay, individually? You're going to file different tax forms with those papers. You have to file different tax papers with those companies. You could be getting taxed from the country they're from and here. It's different paperwork you got to fill out with that. Don't do that. You're better off buying an emerging market. Okay, you could do your own emerging market. You can type in Google, best emerging market index fund. And then emerging markets are like Brazil, Guatemala, India, all the emerging companies that are third world, but they're kind of starting to get it together and they're starting to emerge. That's why they call it emerging markets. You don't have to fill out all that paperwork. You could dollar cost average into that every month the same way you do S&P 500. And then you can do an international fund. Look, same way, just type it in best international fund and you'll have the Baidus, the Royal Dutch Shells and the, and the Louis Vuittons and the BP gasolines. And you won't have to fill out all these stupid forms. All right. You won't have to do that. And REITs. You do not want to keep REITs in regular brokerage accounts. You know why people are keeping them there? Because they're unemployed, so they can recommend REITs to you because they don't have any income coming in, so they don't care what they get taxed at, or they're already retired. You want to hold REITs in tax sheltered accounts, an annuity, a Roth IRA, anything where you don't got to pay taxes because REITs are taxed at ordinary income. You don't want to keep those in brokerage institutions. If you want to invest in REIT index funds, you can do a REIT index fund, V&Q. There's a bunch of, index funds that hold REITs. You don't hold them in regular accounts until you're retired and you have no income coming in. It makes no difference if you keep them longer than a year. The IRS doesn't acknowledge REITs as qualified dividends. They're taxed totally differently. Keep them in a tax sheltered account or wait till you're retired to buy them and own them. All right. So there you go. Number 4, sitting in cash and waiting. What are you waiting for? Do you know how bad it is to sit in cash? Here we go. Look, if you miss the run-up days, all right, and you're sitting in cash and waiting, you're literally destroying your money while everybody else's money is growing and they caught that. You missed it. Say you sold out of Exxon and you sold out of, Hormel Foods and AbbVie, and you sold out of Johnson & Johnson or any of these stocks. And you're not in that stock. You missed the ex-dividend date. You missed the dividend payment. You missed the whole fact that it's growing and snowballing. You missed out on it. You missed the bus. You're sitting there waiting for what? You're trying to time the market. All right? These influencers up here are saying they're sitting in cash. There's another crash. They believe there's a double crash. Come on, who cares? If you're not in the market, you could be buying in high and then the crash comes and and now you panic and sell low, or it's already crashed. You're waiting because you think it's going to crash more and then it starts to reverse and now you buy in and now it crashes again. Never get out of the markets. Don't sit in cash. The only cash you should be sitting on is your emergency fund. And number 5, the most important thing that I think, number five, okay, Cinco. Not being patient. You gotta wait. You gotta let your money do its thing. You gotta let it snowball. People jump into dividend stocks or any type of stock and they want immediate success. It doesn't happen like that. You gotta wait. You gotta wait and let your money compound and do its thing. Time. Go live life. Go work out. Go for a walk. Take the dog out. Okay? Just go to sleep. Okay, I'll put your money in there and just go to sleep. Keep adding and sleep. Keep adding, work, sleep. Keep adding, enjoy life, sleep. Just like your money. In 15, 20 years, you better, as Jack Bogle would say, have somebody behind you to catch you. When you finally look at that number and you'll be all right. Listen to your boy. That's why I got my dividend fund portfolio up there. There'll be weeks and months I don't even add money, but it's still adding. Oh, wow. That there's a dividend. A lot of times I don't even look. I don't even know. I'm just as shocked as you to see I got a dividend payment. Okay? No regrets. Get it. Don't destroy your future.